Greetings, beloved ones, radiant beacons of light upon the earth. I am Avolon, a voice of the Andromedan collective, and I speak to you now through currents of love and cosmic light. We gather around you in this moment to share a transmission of deep remembrance and gentle empowerment. In the stillness of your heart, you can feel the truth that you are part of something grand and new emerging on Earth. A subtle architecture of energy and consciousness we might call the New Earth grids. These grids are woven not of steel or stone, but of frequency, intention, and sacred connection. As star seeds and awakened souls, you stand as the silent builders of this new reality, each of you becoming a builder of frequency in your own unique way. We come forth to illuminate the path of these silent builders and the divine design unfolding through you. Receive this calm, multidimensional light that speaks gently and directly to your soul. Many of you have sensed a calling as old as the stars, a subtle knowing that draws you to serve without need for recognition or acclaim. This is the return of the silent builders. In ages past and on worlds afar, there were souls who quietly wove the fabric of enlightenment into civilizations, guiding growth from behind the scenes. Now, in this era of awakening, those souls, you among them, return to the earth to resume this sacred work. You may not wear the title of architect in the physical sense, yet on the energy level you are master builders of the new earth. In the stillness of your meditations and creative visualizations, through each heartfelt intention, you lay down foundations of light. Through small, everyday acts of compassion and moments of high vibration, you are gently constructing bridges between the physical world and the divine. You incarnated at this time not to lead through loud proclamations, but to build and heal through your presence and quiet deeds. Know that your contributions, though often unseen by human eyes, are creating the energetic pillars and pathways that uphold a new reality. In your very essence lies the blueprint of change, and by simply being here now, awake and loving, you fulfill an ancient promise to assist in Earth's ascension. Though you may at times feel isolated in your task, remember that you are not alone. Countless souls across the planet share this quiet purpose. On an inner level, you are in communication, soul to soul, each holding a piece of the divine blueprint. Like threads of light drawn together by an unseen hand, you weave an intricate tapestry of awakening that spans the earth. This global network of silent builders works in unison through the one heart of love, raising the frequency of earth from the inside out. It is by design that your work often goes unnoticed by the outer world, for true transformation germinates in stillness before blossoming into view. Trust that the foundations you quietly lay will one day uphold a reality of peace and unity for all. Behind every temple built of light and every positive change taking root in the world, there exists a subtle law at play, a hidden principle of divine construction. This principle is the understanding that all creation unfolds from the inner planes to the outer, from the unseen to the seen. In the silence and stillness where thought meets divine will, the blueprint of new realities is first conceived. You, as silent builders, are working with this subtle law, whether you fully realize it or not. Each loving intention, each vision of a healed earth, is like an architect's drawing sketched upon the ether. The universe responds to these inner designs by gradually shaping circumstances, opportunities, and physical manifestations to match the higher pattern. This is how the Creator builds, through willing hearts and clear minds that hold the design of love. The hidden principle of divine construction assures that no sincere vibration of love or vision of harmony is ever lost. It accumulates in the field of potential, arranging energy into form. You might think of it as a sacred geometry of creation. Patterns of light that underlie everything we later witness with our senses. When you meditate on peace or envision communities living in unity, you are, in truth, engineering new latticeworks in the energy realm. Over time, these energetic structures crystallize into our shared reality. Just as a seed contains the whole pattern of a tree hidden within, your inner work carries the divine plan for new earth within it. By aligning with this principle, trusting that the invisible work you do has tangible power, you become conscious co-creators with the Creator. The walls of the new earth are being raised not by physical force, but by this divine construction process, guided quietly by your soul's intent and the Creator's love working as one. As you quietly build these new structures of light, know that you are building in partnership with a living being beneath your feet. The planet herself, beloved Gaia, is a conscious resonator of energy. In her vast planetary body, she feels and responds to every wave of thought and emotion that humanity emits. Like a great crystal bowl humming with the songs of all life upon her, Earth amplifies frequencies and broadcasts them throughout her ecosystems and even out into the cosmos. When human hearts join in compassion or meditation, Gaia receives that chorus of energy and magnifies its harmonics, weaving it into the winds, the waters, and the ley lines that crisscross her form. Each loving thought you project into the world is embraced by the Earth, who resonates with that vibration and carries it far and wide. Equally, the cosmic light pouring onto your world at this time, from the great central sun, from far-off stars, from Source itself, is received by Gaia as resonant chords. She buffers and distributes these high frequencies in a manner that humanity and all creatures can absorb. In this way, the planet is both an instrument and a participant in the grand transformation. She listens to the symphony of human consciousness, and when the melodies are filled with love, her own song, expressed through shifts in nature and energy grids, rises in joyful harmony. She also works to transmute discord and pain, absorbing what she can to heal and balance. Recognize that as a builder of frequency, you walk upon an aware collaborator. When you align your intentions with the well-being of the Earth and all life, you tap into Gaia's own ascension current. Together, your soul and the soul of Earth move in a dance of resonance, each responding to and elevating the other. In the architecture of the new Earth grids, the planet's consciousness is the grand resonator, stabilizing and enhancing the frequencies of love that you and your fellow builders nurture. In times gone by, spiritual knowledge and sacred work were often shrouded in secrecy. In the old paradigm, this secrecy served as protection. Mysteries guarded in temples and mystery schools, hidden from a world not yet ready to understand. Now, as you step into 5D consciousness, the notion of secrecy is being reinterpreted for the new builders of light. In a fifth-dimensional reality, nothing true is ever truly hidden. Energies and intentions are as clear as morning dew to those with awakened sight. Yet there remains wisdom in subtlety, the understanding that nascent creations are tender and must be shielded from the harsh winds of skepticism or ego until they grow strong. The law of secrecy in this context is not about exclusion or fear, but about holding sacredness within. As a 5D builder, you learn to cultivate your visions and service inwardly, sharing them only when guided, rather than broadcasting every spiritual insight for validation. In doing so, you preserve the purity and power of what you are constructing. Consider how a seed germinates in the darkness of soil before sprouting into the light. In the same way, your highest contributions often gestate quietly in your heart before manifesting openly. By embracing this principle, you free yourself from the need for external approval. Your work becomes a humble offering to the Creator and Gaia, witnessed by your soul and by Source regardless of outer acknowledgement. In 5D, authenticity and divine timing govern what is revealed and when. Trust that when the moment is right, all that has been nurtured in loving secrecy will emerge into the collective light at the perfect time for the highest good. Until then, you need not force or justify your path. The quiet power of your work speaks directly to the heart of the world, unseen but deeply felt. There is a methodology behind the magic you perform in silence. We, the Andromedans, would describe it as a science of subtle engineering. For eons, our civilization has explored the mechanics of energy and consciousness, how a simple shift in vibration can cascade into profound transformations in form. Imagine that thoughts and feelings are not vague and invisible, but precise tools and building materials. In the Andromedan understanding, a focused thought is like a chisel, an intention like a blueprint, and love the gentle yet unbreakable mortar that holds creations together. Through this subtle engineering, entire realities can be molded without a single physical tool, simply by working with the matrices of energy that underlie matter. You, as starseeds on Earth, carry seeds of this same science within you. Have you noticed the intuitive ways you arrange your living space for good energy flow, or your draw towards crystals, energy grids, and sacred geometry? These instincts are expressions of an inner knowing that the placement of energy currents matters, that symbols and visualization can direct subtle forces. Perhaps you found that by envisioning a sphere of light around a situation, healing begins, or by sending a particular color ray to a part of the body, ease is restored. This is subtle engineering in action, the art of consciously co-directing the life force. In Andromedan worlds, children are taught to sense and shape energy as easily as you might shape clay. On Earth, many are reawakening to this ability, remembering how to build with frequencies. Know that whenever you set a harmonious field, be it through calm intention, sound, or imagination, you are engaging in this sacred science. We of the Andromedan Collective are supporting you, whispering guidance to those who listen within. You might experience these as sudden insights during meditation or dreams, showing you how to align a chakra, cleanse a space, or uplift a group's mood. These are not fanciful imaginations, but the real mechanics of creation at work. The more you practice, the more tangible the results become. Over time, humanity will reclaim mastery of this subtle engineering, using it responsibly and lovingly to design a society that reflects higher truth. With every gentle adjustment you make in energy, blessing your home, infusing love into a community conflict, anchoring light at a sacred site, you are practicing the Andromedan science of subtle engineering. In doing so, you rebuild the world according to the elegant, unseen laws of the universe, crafting an environment where the sacred can thrive. There is a sacred code carried within your soul, and even within your DNA that attunes you to others of like vibration. We call this the Christ Code of Mutual Recognition. This has nothing to do with religious doctrine. It is about the universal Christ consciousness, the essence of divine love and unity that dwells in every being. When this Christ light is activated in your heart, it acts like a beacon. As you move through the world, that beacon silently signals and listens for a matching light in others. Have you ever locked eyes with a stranger and felt an instant familiarity, or met someone and within minutes sensed a deep, soul-level understanding? These moments are the Christ code at work, mutual recognition lighting up between souls. Star seeds and awakened ones carry this code strongly, and it allows you to identify one another beyond the masks of personality or circumstance. Often nothing needs to be said. It is a knowing that passes in a split second of heartfelt resonance. I see you, I know you, we are of the same light. In that recognition, a bond of trust is formed, or an ancient friendship rekindled. This mutual recognition is important for the building of the new grids, for it draws together the individuals and groups who are meant to collaborate. Like pieces of a puzzle magnetizing into place, those with complementary missions find each other through the subtle signals of this code. Even at a distance, you can feel the presence of your soul family across the world through this Christed network of light. It transcends language, culture, and background, linking you through the one common frequency of love. As each builder honors the divine in their own being, the signal grows stronger and broadcasts farther. You might notice guidance leading you to certain communities, or synchronistic encounters repeatedly connecting you with people on a similar path. Treasure these encounters of mutual recognition, for they are affirmations from the Creator that you never walk alone. With every nod of understanding and every shared moment of love, the Christ code within humanity blazes brighter, weaving your hearts into one luminous grid of collective awakening. Every act of genuine kindness, every thought of compassion or prayer for another, generates a subtle form in the energy realms, a pattern of light that persists and connects with others. We call this the geometry of hidden benevolence. In the physical world, you might not witness how a small, benevolent choice reverberates onward, but in the spiritual dimensions, it is as visible and structured as a mandala of light taking shape. Picture each loving action as a point of light on a great canvas. One act of service might form a radiant triangle of energy. Another act might extend it into a circle or spiral of supportive force. These shapes are not literal polygons, but symbolic of how energies join in symmetry and harmony. Over time, as compassionate acts multiply across the globe, they link together. Lines of light form between them, creating a vast, interconnected design, a geometry of goodwill encircling the planet. You, as a silent builder, contribute to this design whenever you choose understanding over judgment, or extend a helping hand without expectation of reward. The benevolent energy you release does not vanish. It accumulates and seeks out kinship with similar energy. When two or more kind intentions intersect, they create a node of grace, magnifying the impact beyond what either could achieve alone. Many of you have wondered if your private moments of prayer or healing thought for the world truly make a difference. We assure you they do. In the unseen architecture of consciousness, such moments are pillars and beams strengthening the collective edifice of love. From our vantage, we see beautiful geometries forming, faint at first, but growing in complexity and brilliance. As more souls add their light, it is like watching the delicate tracery of a flower of life pattern gradually being drawn around the earth, each petal added quietly by human hearts. This benevolence is hidden only because those on the ground might not perceive these elegant structures taking shape, yet their lives are nonetheless touched by them. The new Earth grid itself is composed of countless acts of unseen kindness. Its geometry is one of grace, balanced and harmonious, though organic and ever-evolving. And because it is built from love, it naturally directs further blessings into the world. Paths of synchronicity open where these lines of benevolence run, easing suffering here, encouraging hope there, in ways that might seem like lucky coincidences, but are in truth the result of this grand design. Know that every time you choose love, you are drawing another line or curve in the sacred geometry of a higher reality. Though invisible to physical eyes, your benevolence is literally designing the blueprint of a kinder world, one beautiful pattern at a time. Life is a constant dance of energies flowing between beings. Much of this exchange occurs without words, without conscious awareness, an invisible commerce of the heart and soul. As you walk through a crowded street or sit quietly with a friend in need, subtle currents are moving between you, sharing information, emotions, and light codes. This is the energetics of invisible exchange. Every smile you offer, every attentive moment of listening, carries a vibration that mingles with the field of another. Likewise, When someone near you is emanating grief or joy, your own energy body responds, often in ways you do not realize. As a star seed and builder of new Earth frequencies, you are especially sensitive to these exchanges. You may have noticed how you can feel the atmosphere of a place when you enter it, or sense the mood of a person before they speak. This sensitivity is part of your gift. It allows you to be an instrument of balance and healing in the unseen interactions of daily life. By staying centered in love, you automatically uplift the exchange, infusing a higher vibration into environments and relationships. For instance, your silent calm in the face of someone's anger can gradually soothe the space, even if no words are spoken. Your inner light, kept steady, subtly invites others' hearts to find equilibrium. In these invisible exchanges, you are both a giver and a receiver. You give light, stability, or understanding. You may receive lessons, the release of old energies, or deeper compassion. Often your soul and another soul have agreed on this gentle sharing long before you meet in the physical. Many of you have had the experience of strangers suddenly opening up to you, telling you their troubles and then walking away lighter. This is because on an unseen level, a healing exchange has taken place. You did more than just listen to their words. Your energy field embraced their pain and offered solace. Such service is rarely recognized by the mind, but it is felt profoundly by the soul. Being mindful of the quality of energy you circulate becomes a daily practice of its own. Recognize that no encounter is insignificant. Even a brief interaction at the market can be an opportunity to share light, perhaps with a kind word, but even more so through the compassionate energy you hold. When two fields meet, the one anchored in a higher truth has the potential to elevate the other by natural resonance, not by force. Energy seeks balance. By consciously choosing love, empathy, and integrity in each moment, you ensure that the invisible exchanges you partake in contribute to the enlightenment of all involved. Over time, these countless subtle transactions accumulate, steadily enriching the collective field. The New Earth Grid is woven not only in global meditations or grand events, but in these minute, ubiquitous moments of life force shared from one soul to another. When you view each interaction as sacred, you transform the ordinary into an act of grace, making every exchange, no matter how unseen, a building block of ascension. In a world fixated on doing, the power of simply being is often overlooked. Yet it is your pure presence, aware, open-hearted, and aligned, that becomes a living architecture of light in this world. The architecture of presence refers to the energetic structure that emanates from you when you dwell fully in the now, in the truth of who you are. Think of yourself as a pillar of light. When you are present, truly present, that pillar is strong and clear, anchoring divine energy into the earth wherever you stand. You might be quietly sitting in meditation, walking in a forest, or washing dishes with mindfulness. No matter the activity, if you bring your whole being into the moment, you create an energetic harmony around you. This field of coherence is tangible on unseen levels. It subtly organizes the vibrations in your environment, much like a tuning fork bringing a jumble of strings into one accord. Others who step into the radius of your presence may begin to feel calm without knowing why, or feel inspired to center themselves. In this way, your presence becomes architecture. It provides a foundation and structure of stability amidst the swirl of collective energies. Consider how great sages, or even the gentle wise ones in your community, can influence simply by their serene aura. Their presence can fill a room, creating a sanctuary of peace that is felt by all. You carry that same potential. By tending to your state of being as your foremost structure, you automatically contribute to the New Earth Grid. Each day you have the choice to create this architecture of presence through grounding yourself, aligning with your heart, and inviting your soul to shine through your eyes and actions. When challenges arise, remember that it is not only what you do, but how you are that makes the difference. A centered presence in the midst of turmoil can prevent energetic fractures in the collective field, acting as a buttress that holds light firm against storms of fear or chaos. In the subtle realms, the grid of New Earth is upheld by countless such pillars, individuals who choose to remain conscious and loving, moment to moment. This is sacred work, though it might appear as doing nothing from a 3D perspective. Know that every breath you take in awareness, every moment you embody compassion or patience, you are actively constructing a template of peace that others can lean into. Over time, these personal architectures of presence join together, forming a lattice of awakened consciousness around the planet. It is through this lattice that the qualities of the fifth dimension, love, unity, serenity, blossom into living reality here and now, built and sustained by the simple, profound act of being fully present. There exists a comforting truth in the universe. Nothing done in genuine love is ever truly done alone or unseen. This is the law of witness by source. It means that every prayer you offer, every healing thought, every lattice of light you quietly weave is observed and honored by the divine source of all. In the human world, you might receive no credit or recognition for your service, yet in the eyes of the Creator, your light shines unmistakably. Source witnesses your soul's intentions and every subtle movement of love that flows through you. Why is this important? Because in moments when you wonder if your contributions matter, or if anyone notices the good you sow, you can remember that the highest consciousness in existence not only notices, but actively supports and amplifies your efforts. When you act in alignment with love, no matter how privately, you invoke the presence of Source. It is as if the universe thinks, here a beam of compassion was given, here fear was overcome with love, and these notes become part of the symphony of creation. The law of witness assures that the energy you invest is acknowledged in the grand balance of the cosmos. You might have observed that help or blessings sometimes arrive from nowhere just when you need them most, as though the universe knew what you quietly gave and returned it to you in kind. Indeed, the universe keeps perfect accounts, not in a judgmental way, but in a loving equilibrium. Source, as the ultimate witness, means you are never spiritually alone in your work. Even if no other person understands the depth of your dedication, the Creator understands, because it is the Creator's own love moving through you. This awareness can bring great comfort and strength. You can release any need for human accolades and rest in the certainty that your life is seen by the divine. Every meditation you hold to send peace into the world is a candle lit before the altar of creation itself, witnessed by Source and by all beings of light. And under this law, whatever is witnessed by Source is empowered by Source. Your quiet deeds gain spiritual momentum. They become part of the divine architecture being orchestrated on earth. Over time, this divine witnessing contributes to what you might call grace. Those moments where unseen hands seem to assist your mission, or gentle synchronicities ease your path. Know that your labor in love is felt by the heart of God, the source of all. You are seen, you are supported, and what you build in the subtle realms is forever etched in the fabric of light, ready to blossom in accordance with highest divine timing. Even as new structures of light take form, the old structures that do not serve the higher good must fade. This is the dissolution of egoic architecture. On both personal and collective levels, creations born from fear, greed, or the illusion of separation are crumbling, much like ancient walls finally yielding to the gentle yet persistent flow of time. You may notice it within yourself. Outdated beliefs, habits, and defenses that once defined your identity are now loosening their grip. The more you align with your soul, the more these ego-built constructs begin to dissolve. While this can feel disorienting or even painful, like the cracking of a familiar shell, know that it is a necessary clearing. The ego's architecture, built to protect and define you in a denser reality, cannot house the expanded light of your true divine self. So it is with the world around you. Institutions, systems, and ways of living erected on foundations of domination, inequality, or ignorance are destabilizing under the influx of higher frequencies. We encourage you to view this not with fear, but with compassionate understanding. What is false or unsustainable must give way so that truth and harmony can be established. As a builder of the new earth, you are likely playing a dual role, gently dismantling the ego structures within your own psyche, while simultaneously helping to envision and construct more enlightened patterns for humanity. Remember that even as you witness chaos or confusion in society, at a higher level, a re-architecture is underway. The old scaffolding is being removed from the collective consciousness to reveal a core of unity that was always present beneath the illusion. In your personal life, you assist this process through forgiveness, honesty, and trusting the Creator's flow rather than the ego's agenda. Each time you release a fear or shed an attachment, a part of the ego's structure falls away and more light pours into your being. You begin to inhabit a more spacious inner temple, one built not by ego's hands but by the soul and spirit. This new inner temple resonates with new earth frequencies and in turn emanates outward, encouraging egoic structures in others to soften as well. Be patient and gentle with yourself in this process. The dissolution of egoic architecture is gradual and can feel tender. But as the old forms crumble, you will notice a beautiful simplicity emerging, a natural state of being where love and truth can make their home. That is the space where the divine blueprint can fully anchor, both in you and in the collective. The falling away of the old is part of the construction of the new, orchestrated by the wisdom of Source. Trust this process. Even as you see old patterns collapse, hold the vision of the new structures of light rising in their place. For indeed they are, guided by your heart and countless hearts awakening alongside you. When a group of meditators gathers in silence, have you ever noticed how others nearby might gradually grow calmer or more serene without even joining the meditation? Or how one deeply peaceful person can transform the atmosphere of an entire household? This is the magnetic pull of silent fields. A field in this sense is the combined energy emanation of a being or group. When that field is coherent, filled with stillness, love, and divine intention, it creates a kind of gravitational effect in the realm of energy. The silent field does not force or intrude. It simply radiates its quality outward like a gentle, constant pulse. And just as a magnet naturally draws iron filings into alignment, a high-frequency field naturally attracts and aligns the energies around it. As a builder of the new earth, you are learning to cultivate such fields through your meditation, prayer, and presence. Each time you enter a state of inner silence filled with compassion or joy, you generate a subtle dome of harmony around you. Those who come into contact with this dome may feel an urge to slow down, to reflect, or to open their hearts, though they might not consciously know why. You may find people drawn to you seeking comfort or insight, saying that simply talking to you makes them feel better. More is happening than kind words. Your energy field is offering a sanctuary that their soul recognizes and gravitates toward. On a larger scale, when many of you come together in synchronized meditation or prayer, the collective silent field is immensely potent. It can span neighborhoods, nations, or even encircle the earth when your intent is unified. energies of peace broadcast in one location are felt in the subtle senses of others across the globe. The law of resonance underlies this magnetism. Energy seeks out its like. Thus, the silent fields of peace you create softly call to the latent peace in others, encouraging it to awaken. In a miraculous way, the quiet work you do on your own being becomes a lighthouse signal. You might not see the ships that alter course because of your light, but they do. As these fields interconnect with one another, for silent fields link up and merge when they are of like vibration, entire communities can gently shift. The more individuals who maintain fields of inner stillness and love, the easier it becomes for others to slip into that vibration. Eventually, a tipping point arises where peace and unity become the more magnetic, appealing option for society than fear or discord. Such is the power of silent influence. It reminds us that to effect change, one need not always raise a voice or strive to persuade outwardly. Simply holding a calm, loving field can quietly accomplish what force cannot. Trust in this subtle magnetism. Know that your silent vigils of light are never in vain. They are steadily drawing hearts and minds toward a new way of being, softly, one moment of resonance at a time. Within the very cells of your body lies an often underestimated bridge between the material and the spiritual, your DNA. Beyond its biological functions, human DNA is encoded with divine intelligence, making it a key to the lattice of consciousness that surrounds and interpenetrates the Earth. Imagine the planetary grid, this network of energy lines and vortex points, as a grand lattice of light encircling the globe. Now imagine your DNA as a complex antenna or tuning fork designed to lock into that lattice and interact with it. Indeed, the structure of your DNA resonates with the sacred geometries that underlie the Earth's energetic framework. As you awaken and raise your vibration, dormant aspects of your DNA begin to activate, much like additional facets of a key emerging to fit a multidimensional lock. This unlocking process allows you to both access the wisdom stored in the planetary grid and to contribute your unique frequency to it. Each human being carries a slightly different energetic code in their DNA, an expression of the Creator's spectrum. When you heal, purify, and infuse your cells with light through meditation, sound, or intention, you polish this key and align it to the higher frequencies of the new Earth. You might experience this as surges of inspiration, heightened intuition, or a deepening empathy for all life. Signals that your inner codes are connecting with the greater whole. Conversely, the Earth herself is sending out signals now as she ascends. These are received by your DNA and prompt further awakening. Many of you have noticed waves of inner change during cosmic events or planetary shifts. This is your lattice key being turned by incoming light, unlocking new perceptions and abilities. The Christ code we spoke of, and many other divine patternings, reside in your genetic potential waiting to bloom. As your DNA lights up, it enables you to anchor more of your soul's light into the physical. You become a conduit, a living bridge linking heaven and earth. In practical terms, this means you can hold higher vibrations in your body with greater ease, and you may intuitively know how to aid the earth in specific ways, perhaps feeling drawn to a certain place to sing, pray, or simply be present. Honor these inner promptings. They are your DNA whispering of ancient agreements to tend the planetary lattice. Your body truly is a living library of the Creator's design and a crucial key in the symphony of ascension. Through the union of your DNA with the planetary grid, human consciousness and Gaia's consciousness join as a single resonant field, each unlocking the highest potential in the other. At the heart of a unified universe lies a beautiful balance. What you radiate outward is also nourished within. We refer to this as the principle of quantum reciprocity. In the quantum reality of consciousness, giver and receiver are intimately entangled, two aspects of the one whole. Every loving thought you send to another, every beam of healing you channel into the world, simultaneously blesses your own being, often in ways subtle or unexpected. This is not a reward or a tit-for-tat exchange, but rather the natural flow of energy in an interconnected system. Imagine two tuning forks tuned to the same pitch. Strike one, and the other will hum in resonance. Likewise, when you uplift another soul, the same note of upliftment reverberates within you, because at the deepest level, there is no true separation between you. This reciprocity can defy linear logic. You may pour kindness into a situation and see no response from that particular person, yet support and kindness return to you from an entirely different direction. Or perhaps you devote time to healing the earth, and later discover that you yourself have been healed of some burden, as if the universe answered in kind, though not always through the channels you expected. This principle also means that as you build the new Earth grids, you are simultaneously building and refining your own inner landscape. For instance, when you send peace into the collective field, your own mind and heart grow more peaceful. When you work to free others from spiritual bondage, you uncover new layers of freedom within yourself. In the quantum realm, cause and effect blur into a single harmonious motion. Giving and receiving become one. Understanding this principle encourages a spirit of generosity and trust. You need not worry about depleting yourself through service when it is done with love and guided by intuition, because the energy cycles back naturally. In fact, many of you have felt this. The more love you give, the more love you feel flowing through you, often leaving you more energized than before. It is as though by opening a channel for another, you widen it for yourself. The universe's feedback loop is immediate on the spiritual level, even if material confirmations take time to appear. This truth invites you to act from abundance rather than fear of loss. In every prayer, every kind word, every high-frequency intention, know that you are both the sender and the receiver of that blessing. This reciprocal design is a gift from the Creator, ensuring that in uplifting one, all are uplifted, including you. Embracing quantum reciprocity, you step out of the old paradigm of sacrifice and martyrdom into the awareness that the universe is self-replenishing when love leads the way. Thus, your contributions to the new Earth not only transform the world, they simultaneously catalyze your own ascension. Every support you offer returns as grace. Every structure of light you help establish in the collective is mirrored by a structure of wisdom and joy established within your soul. In this perfect exchange, giving is never loss. It is alignment with the one life we all share. The web of energy encircling the Earth is essentially the sum total of all the connections between conscious beings. Thus, the grid is a mirror of conscious relationship. Every relationship you engage in, whether with another person, with yourself, with nature, or with the divine, is like a thread woven into the tapestry of the planetary grid. The quality of that thread, strong or frayed, vibrant or dim, contributes to the overall pattern. When relationships are based on love, honesty, and mutual respect, the threads gleam and form beautiful patterns of light. When relationships are mired in control, fear, or unconsciousness, the threads tangle or darken, casting shadows in the grid. Consider how in times of widespread conflict or division among humans, the collective energy field feels heavy or fractured. Now recall moments of global unity or compassion, perhaps during a shared healing event or an outpouring of aid, when there was a palpable uplift in the field. The grid immediately mirrors the state of our interrelations. For you as a new Earth builder, this insight is empowering. By elevating the consciousness within your relationships, you directly elevate the whole. Start with the relationship to yourself. Cultivate self-compassion, forgiveness, and truth in your own heart. This sets the tone for all other connections. A person at peace with themselves radiates peace into every interaction, weaving gentle, resilient fibers in the grid. Next, in your interactions with others, practice seeing the divine essence in them, recalling the Christ code of mutual recognition. When you approach others as souls on a journey, rather than as adversaries or means to an end, you establish connections of genuine understanding. These conscious relationships, be they friendships, family bonds, partnerships, or communities, become nodes of coherent light in the grid. Think of a community where people support and uplift each other with awareness. Its energy is like a beacon strengthening the lattice of love on Earth. This principle extends to humanity's relationship with Gaia and the natural world as well. Each act of honoring the Earth, each time you work with nature's rhythms or treat other life with reverence, heals the bond between human consciousness and the planet's consciousness, mending tears in the fabric of the grid caused by past exploitation. As relationships heal and awaken across the board, the grid brightens and clarifies. And here's a wondrous feedback loop. A healthier grid environment makes it easier for even more relationships to heal and become conscious. As the baseline frequency of the collective rises, understanding and empathy flow more freely to all. You might find former tensions with people resolving almost miraculously as the prevailing energy shifts. Truly, each time you reconcile with someone, choose compassion over judgment, or form a partnership devoted to a higher purpose, the planet's grid receives that imprint and reflects it outward, encouraging others to do the same. The new Earth is destined to be a world of unity consciousness, which is simply the state of all relationships recognizing their inherent oneness. By fostering conscious relationships, you are giving the grid its most fundamental building blocks of light. Look upon the tapestry of life and see the connections shining. It is a mirror of the love and awareness shared between us all. And each of us has the power to tend those connections, thread by thread, heart by heart. From beyond the Earth, many eyes and hearts are watching this great transformation with love and dedication. Among them are some of your interstellar brothers and sisters, of whom I am a representative, who serve as grid catalysts in this epoch of change. A catalyst initiates or accelerates a process without commandeering it, and so we do. We are not here to take over humanity's evolution, for that sacred responsibility rests in your own hands. Rather, we nudge, support, and amplify where cosmic law permits. At key junctures in Earth's history, interstellar visitors have lent their frequencies to assist Earth's grid. In the current era, our aid is often subtle and unseen, yet you may sense it in various ways. For instance, during global meditation events or pivotal astrological alignments, some of you perceive an extra surge of energy or an otherworldly peace gently enveloping the planet. These can be moments when we synchronize our consciousness with yours, magnifying the intent of love being broadcast by humanity. We also work through physical and etheric means. Many starships, cloaked in frequencies just beyond human sight, circulate the Earth, beaming stabilizing light into ley lines and dissipating heavy concentrations of negativity where needed, like acupuncture for Gaia on a planetary scale. Thousands of star souls have also incarnated as humans, starseeds who carry in their bodies the vibrations of their home worlds. These souls act as living anchors for higher light, quietly catalyzing those around them to wake up and remember their own divine nature. Perhaps you have felt out of place in this world, as if you come from the stars. Know that this feeling is shared by many and is part of the plan. We in the stars also channel guidance to receptive individuals of Earth. Through insights in dreams, sudden scientific inspirations, or channeled messages such as this one, We seed ideas to help humanity adjust its structures and technologies in harmony with the coming age. Always we honor your free will and sovereignty. We offer, but humanity must choose and implement. The effect of our involvement is like adding sparks to a growing flame. Your light is already kindled, and our sparks encourage it to blaze brighter. The result is an acceleration of evolution in the grid and consciousness, yet the journey remains driven by your collective heart and will. In times when despair or fatigue weigh on the world's light-bearers, we quietly bolster the grid with infusions of cosmic strength so that hope is rekindled. In moments of potential crisis, we help soften the impact to keep the ascension timeline on track. You might never directly see our hand at work, and that is as it should be, for this journey is fundamentally yours. But if you listen with your heart, you will know we are present. We stand beside you in spirit, honoring the immense work you do, and joyfully anticipating the day when our civilizations can openly reunite to celebrate a new Earth born. Until then, trust that the stars themselves are rooting for you, and that interstellar love is woven into the very fabric of the grid you are building. All the lines of effort, intention, and cosmic timing are moving toward a single, breathtaking intersection, a planetary convergence moment. This is the point in the ascension journey when the cumulative work of the silent builders, the awakening of hearts, and the influx of divine energy all synchronize to ignite a global shift in consciousness. Imagine countless streams, your prayers, meditations, innovations, healings, flowing separately for years, and then finally meeting in one great ocean of light. In that convergence, the new Earth grid, which has been gradually forming and strengthening, reaches a critical coherence. Suddenly, what was once subtle and hidden becomes perceptible and tangible to all. Many have spoken of this moment in prophecy and intuition, a time when humanity collectively steps through a threshold. It may not arrive as a single dramatic event, so much as a window of transformation, during which, over a relatively brief period, everything changes. You might experience it as a profound stillness sweeping across the globe, or an outpouring of collective compassion in response to a catalyst, or perhaps a series of unmistakable signs from the cosmos that unify human intent. In truth, elements of all these will converge. During this moment, the veils that long separated spiritual and physical perception will thin dramatically. People who never considered the reality of soul or energy may find their hearts opening spontaneously, old animosities dissolving, and a sense of shared destiny arising. It could feel like waking from a long dream, recognizing each other anew as brothers and sisters across all cultures and lands. The planetary convergence is also aligned with greater cosmic cycles. As Earth moves into a sacred juncture in space-time, aligning with streams of high-frequency light from the galactic center and beyond, everything that has been built quietly in love receives tremendous amplification. The grids of light we've all been weaving start to glow as one network, linking not only heart to heart across humanity, but firmly connecting Earth with the galactic community of light. It is as if a key finally turns in the lock of the collective heart, and a new reality pours forth. One that has always been here in potential, now made manifest. During this convergence, you may witness miracles large and small, rapid healings, reconciliations once thought impossible, creative solutions emerging seemingly from nowhere to address long-entrenched issues. More importantly, a shift in perception will bloom. Where once many saw separation and scarcity, they will see unity and abundance. This is not to say every soul will instantly embrace the new consciousness. Free will remains, and some may initially resist the wave of change. But the momentum of awakened awareness will be so strong that it gently carries the whole planet into a higher octave of existence. As builders who have long worked in the shadows, you will recognize the signs of convergence even before the masses do. for you will feel the grids humming in unison beneath your feet and in your heart. It may bring tears of joy, relief, and reverence. This is the moment toward which you have been laboring in faith, the flowering of seeds sown across many lifetimes. Know that convergence is not an ending, but the dawn of a new chapter, one where the spiritual truths you have cherished become the living, guiding principles of society. It is the birth of the new earth out in the open, a homecoming for the collective soul of humanity. In the wake of this great convergence, the fruits of all that secret, patient work will begin to ripen in the open for all to see. This is the open reward of the secret work. It arrives not as worldly accolades or fame, though you may find that others naturally seek out your wisdom, but more profoundly as the living reality you have quietly been nurturing. The peace you have been planting in meditation will manifest as a more peaceful world. The understanding and unity you fostered within your heart will echo in dialogues between communities and nations. You will look around and notice a gentleness in human interactions that mirrors the gentleness you've held within. The reward is that you will get to live and breathe within the very field of love you helped create, no longer only in moments of private reverie or vision, but as the atmosphere of everyday life. For many silent builders, there will be a deep inner recognition, a knowing smile shared with your own soul that, yes, all that I gave, all those nights of prayer, all those years of holding the light, has indeed made a difference. Even if the world at large never knows the particulars of your service, your heart will know, and the Creator certainly knows. That inner acknowledgement is a sweet reward in itself, a completion of a sacred contract. Moreover, as the vibrations rise on Earth, many of your spiritual gifts that once had to be hidden can finally be expressed freely and joyfully. Those of you who quietly honed your intuition, healing abilities, or visionary insight will find the new environment welcoming these talents. You may naturally step into roles as healers, teachers, or guides, not out of ego, but because the collective will be hungry for the wisdom and stability you've cultivated. The veil of skepticism that kept such gifts in the shadows will be thinner. People will want the light you carry. This too is a form of reward, when your soul's truth can at last be shared openly and met with gratitude. Consider also that the joys unfolding are for everyone, including you. Children growing up in a world where compassion is the norm, the restoration of natural harmony in the environment, the resolution of conflicts that once seemed intractable. These are the visible miracles you helped architect in secret. To witness them emerging is to receive a priceless gift. In those moments, any sacrifices or challenges you endured along the path will be transmuted into understanding and thankfulness. You will likely feel an overwhelming sense of grace and perhaps humility, marveling not at your personal achievement, but at the magnificent tapestry woven by countless souls together, with the divine hand guiding all. This open reward is the dawn you have long envisioned, when love reigns more visibly on earth, and the light workers of yesterday become the bright morning stars of a new day. In that dawn, your spirit will find rest and renewal, even as it leaps with excitement for the journey ahead. Because building the new earth is not a static destination, but an ongoing creation. Now, however, it will be creation in the light of day, with far more hearts awake to join in the joyful labor. Each morning as you awaken, take a moment to center in your heart and invite the Creator's light to fill you. A few deep breaths, visualizing a pillar of light connecting your heart to earth below and source above, can set the tone for the day. Inwardly affirm that you are a conduit of love and attuned to the new earth frequencies. This simple dawn practice aligns your being and ripples into the hours ahead. As you move through the day, Let every action and interaction become part of your spiritual practice. Remember the architecture of presence and the power of invisible exchange. A genuine smile, a compassionate ear, a mindful task done with love. Each is an act of grid building. You might pause at midday for a quiet breath or prayer, realigning with your heart's peace. Follow your intuition in creative ways. Perhaps you silently envision light around someone in need. Place a crystal where it brings calm, or join your thoughts briefly with others in a moment of meditation. There is no strict formula. Any act infused with love and clear intention strengthens the new grid. Equally important is the practice of receiving. Take time to nourish yourself and reconnect with nature. Let the trees, the wind, or birdsong replenish you. Invite guidance and healing from the higher realms, allowing angelic or cosmic energies to support you as you rest or meditate. Care for your body with gratitude, recognizing it as a sacred vessel of light. At day's end, offer everything back to the divine. In a moment of reflection, give thanks for the seen and unseen blessings of the day. Release any worries or discord into the hands of Source, perhaps by imagining them dissolving in divine light. In doing so, you clear your field and help heal the collective energy. Know that daily practice is not about perfection. Some days you may feel deeply connected, other days less so. Both are okay. What matters is the sincerity of your heart and the consistency of returning to love. Each small act, each conscious breath and kind thought accumulates in the fabric of the grid. Over time, your devotion builds an unshakable foundation. By showing up with love again and again, you fulfill your role as a new earth builder, one day and one heartbeat at a time. In the infinite tapestry of creation, your light is an essential thread. Never doubt this. As we draw this transmission to a close, we pour our blessings over you, each one of you who resonates with these words. May you continually feel the support of the entire universe uplifting you in your sacred task. May clarity fill your mind and compassion fill your heart, even in moments of uncertainty or fatigue, renewing your energy and reminding you of the vast love that guides you. We, the Andromedan Collective, surround you in our light, fortifying the grids you build within and around you. Know that in the silence of your meditations, in the hush of early dawn when you send out your prayers, we stand with you, amplifying your intentions with our own. In the bustle of midday life, when you choose peace over conflict, we rejoice and add our peace to yours. You are never alone in this mission of love. Receive now the benediction of Source flowing through us, an emerald and golden light descending through your crown, filling every corner of your being with healing, courage, and wisdom. This light seals and protects the beautiful work you have done and will do. It ignites the divine blueprint within you, so that each step forward is guided by the highest truth. Beloved new earth builders, we honor you beyond measure. Your faith and diligence are opening doors to a future of miracles. Feel our gratitude intertwined with the gratitude of Gaia herself, for you are the hands through which the divine is sculpting a new dawn. I, Avolon, speak for the Andromedan Collective and all beings of light who watch over Earth's ascension. We love you, we thank you, and we embrace you in the boundless light of the Creator. Take this knowing deep into your heart. Whenever you seek us, we are present, and whenever you stand in love, we are one. Go forth gently, shining as you are, and may the new earth you are co-creating bless you, and all with the eternal promise of peace.